Stella Kid's Pregnancy Journey. A new chapter for Stellaride in Chicago Fire Season 14. Stella Kid's pregnancy revelation in the Chicago Fire Season 13 final was a defining moment for her character, one that had been carefully built up through her emotional journey over the past season. The news not only reshapes her future with Kelly Severide, but also introduces a new layer of complexity to their dynamic as first responders. The emotional weight of Stella's decision. For Stella, the decision to embrace motherhood wasn't made lightly. As showrunner Andrea Newman noted, her hesitation stemmed from deep-seated fears tied to her own traumatic childhood. Losing her parents at a young age left her wary of bringing a child into a world where danger was a constant reality. Her aunt's postpartum depression, a topic explored through her cousin's visit earlier in the season, further complicated her feelings about pregnancy. Adoption had been a serious consideration for Stellaride, offering a path to parenthood without the physical and emotional toll of pregnancy. But witnessing Natalie's journey, seeing the resilience and joy that came with motherhood, helped Stella reconcile her fears. She had to believe in herself enough to take that leap, Newman explained. It wasn't just about wanting a child. It was about trusting that she could be the mother she never had. How pregnancy changes the stakes for Stellaride. Now that Stella is expecting, Chicago Fire Season 14 will delve into how this life-altering development affects both her and Severide, professionally and personally. For Severide, who had been more immediately open to fatherhood, the reality of impending parenthood may hit differently once the initial excitement settles. As a seasoned firefighter, he's no stranger to risk, but the thought of leaving his child without both parents, should something happen to him and Stella on the job, will weigh heavily on him. Stella, meanwhile, will face unique challenges as a pregnant firefighter. The physical demands of the job, the inherent dangers, and the potential biases she might encounter from colleagues, even unintentional ones, will test her in new ways. Firehouse 51 has always been a family, but not everyone may immediately adjust to seeing Stella in a different light, especially if she has to step back from active duty at some point. The time jump question. How far ahead will Season 14 pick up? One of the biggest unknowns is how much time will pass between Season 13's finale and Season 14's premiere. Showrunners have confirmed a time jump, as is tradition, but the length will determine how far along Stella is in her pregnancy, or if the baby has already arrived. If the jump is minimal, a few weeks or months, Season 14 could explore the early stages of Stella's pregnancy, the morning sickness, the adjustments to her firehouse duties, and the emotional roller coaster of telling the rest of the team. Bowden, Herman, and the rest of the crew will undoubtedly rally around her, but there may also be moments of tension, especially if Stella insists on pushing herself too hard. A longer jump, however, could place Stellaride in the thick of parenthood, thrusting them into the challenges of balancing newborn care with their high-stakes careers. This would open up storytelling possibilities around childcare logistics, sleep deprivation, and the haunting fear that Severide voiced in the past. What if we both don't make it home? Parallels to past trauma. Will history repeat itself? Stella's deepest fear, that her child could end up orphaned like she was, will undoubtedly resurface throughout the season. This could manifest in subtle ways, like her being hyper-vigilant about safety protocols, or in more dramatic moments, such as a close call on a call that forces both her and Severide to confront mortality in a way they never have before. The writers may also draw parallels between Stella's journey and that of other parents in the One Chicago universe. Could we see crossovers with Chicago Med's Dr. Natalie Manning, who has navigated single motherhood while working in a high-pressure ER? Or might Chicago PD's Kim Burgess, who has faced her own struggles with motherhood, offer Stella advice? How will Firehouse 51 adapt? Firehouse 51 is more than a workplace. It's a family. The team's reaction to Stella's pregnancy will likely range from overjoyed, Herman, with his dad energy, to protective, Bowden, who has always seen Stella as a daughter figure. Mouch, ever the sentimental one, might get emotional, while Cruz and Gallo could offer comic relief with their clueless but well-meaning support. But the biggest shift may come in Stella's role as a lieutenant, if she has to take a step back from active firefighting. Even temporarily, who will fill that leadership gap? Could this open the door for a new face in the house, or reignite old tensions with returning characters?